Hey, what does it be? Sexy Beast, GhostSickness, Tristan here, and I'm currently bringing you a commentary about why I believe I suck with women. I really don't know if this is going to be an interesting face cam video due to the fact that I didn't want it to be a full vlog. I wanted you guys to enjoy some awesome gaming content on it as well. But either way, this is to discuss why I think I'm bad with women. I don't know. It's funny that through all my 7th grade stories and things that I did freshman year and things that I've done over time a little bit, you guys see me as this guy who's just like a baller with women and just great with women because of all these stories I've made. But it's really not that way. It's like, yeah, I used to be good with women, or I'm good at certain things, or I, used to be this, I used to be that, I used to have this relationship and stuff like that, and certain things happen in this relationship, etc., etc. But I really wanted to tell you guys I'm not a player, I am not good with women, and I'm currently single. And so this is really explaining why. I don't understand exactly, but this is my theory on why I'm bad with women. And it really, I don't know, it makes a lot of sense in my opinion. I hope it does make a lot of sense to you guys. So if you guys look at me, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, this is why I'm bad with with women. This is my very first theory. So it's that, yes, I've done some things, but it's that I look young. I mean, look at me. I look like 14 or 15 maybe. And I really don't look that old. I've got a lot of comments, this one, that one, they're everywhere, and just like, oh my god, you look 12, how the hell did you get pussy? And I'm just like, I don't know, and it's like, I'm still a virgin, so that's kind of a thing that that happens. So either way, I get a lot of comments like that, how did you get pussy? You look like you're this old, you look like you're this old, and it's just like, why are you such a baller? It's like, I'm not. I'm really not, you guys. I'm just like every one of you guys. I just had, kind of unique stories when these certain things happened when I was 13 and 15 and so on. So when I was 13, the reason I'm thinking that me looking young has had a detrimental impact on getting women is due to the fact that when I was 13, I was really good with women. I didn't understand. I'm the same guy, intelligent. No, I wasn't tall at the time, but either way, intelligent, average height maybe now, but back then I was shorter, and I was cute. I was considered cute back then. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to use that to my advantage, and I used to take it as a compliment. I used to be like, okay, well, I'm cute or whatever, so this is great, and so I would get women, dude. I just did. I don't know, 7th grade, I was just good with them. I would talk to them and date a bunch of girls. It was bad. It was really bad. That's when I almost got my blowjob. Hilarious story, by the way, guys, if you haven't seen it. As part of the childhood stories. But, and then that was a thing. And so I'm like, well, ever since after the 7th grade, I came back, 8th grade, it felt entirely different. I couldn't understand exactly why at the time, and I think I figured out why. It's because when I was in 7th grade, I was adorable. I was as cute or just as attractive or whatever you want to call it. I looked the age that I was at the time, and here are some photos of me. Ugh, embarrassing, right? And so this is what I looked like in the 7th grade, and it's gross because I was considered adorable, and I used to take that as a compliment. And so when I came back, right, I noticed things were a little bit different. I noticed people started going through puberty a little bit more. Well, I noticed that now. I didn't really notice it back then, but that people were going through puberty, and they looked a little bit older than I did, and they looked their age, and I stopped looking my age. I started looking 13 still, and I stayed looking 13. I have an interesting interjection story here. And so I went to the elementary school that I went to as the elementary schooler, obviously, about 2 weeks ago or something. We taught physics, and I came back to get the equipment and stuff. And this girl starts walking dangerously close to my left-hand side, and she's a middle schooler or 5th grader. I don't know. She was pretty young, and she starts walking by my side, just kind of awkwardly, like kind of bumping into me and stuff. And I look at her, and she looks at me. She's like, "Are you in 8th grade?" And I'm just like, "No, I'm a junior." And she's just, I'm like, "No, I'm in 11th grade." And she's just like, "Oh, well, you look like you're in 8th grade." And then she like walks off, and I'm just like, and this was when I still had like my mane and stuff like that. So, I'm just like, really? I just got that. And, I got this haircut. It maybe makes me look 6 months older, maybe. So maybe I look 14 and a half now. That's great. That's fantastic. But, I don't get it because I'm like this confident guy. I'm intelligent and I'm, funny. But I don't mean to like toot my own horn. I'm just saying what I think. And it just doesn't work. And I really didn't understand why until, I talked to Ben about it. Ben, And we came to this conclusion because he has the same problem. You know, we can't get with girls our age. We can't even get with girls maybe a year or 2 years younger if we tried. And we're like, well, maybe it's just because we look too young. We're not as attractive as these other guys that we're competing with or whatever. And I have this other theory kind of branching off of this one, that this is going to be a bold statement, and it's, you know, maybe true. I'm going to probably try to defend it with science or something like that. But I believe that teenage girls are more shallow than guys. And it's really, I know you guys won't believe me on that. A lot of you guys maybe will or maybe won't. I don't know. But the thing is when you look at who these teenage girls date, right? They only really date these super attractive guys, also known as the douchebags sometimes. And they really don't have any substance to their relationships. So it seems. I talked about this on a live stream a little bit, but I really don't understand why. And here's my thought process. So girls are very, very competitive, right? I know this for a fact. They always want to look the best. They always want to have the best makeup, this, that, this, you know, whatever. And so when it comes to dating and guys and stuff like that, they want to have the best, because if another girl, right, just a pretty girl sees that same girl with like a really hot guy, she'll be like, damn, that girl is, you know, going somewhere. That girl's doing something right. And so, you know, girls are always competing, right? So if a girl has the hottest guy in the school, or, you know, a good looking guy, then it'll rub off on other girls, and they'll just be like, wow, they'll view the girl as better due to the guy from affect transfer. So that's what I would believe would be the thing here. And so just because I don't look up to par, and I'm not saying I'm an ugly guy, you know, I'm at least average looking, you know, despite the acne and some stuff. But my acne is really not that bad. Lately it's been better. But, you know, despite acne and stuff, I'm an average looking guy. I'm not going to try to toot my own horn and be like, I'm sexy as fuck, I'm Brad Pitt, you know. But I'm not ugly, man. I've seen people, and I am not that bad looking. And that's kind of where I drew the line, where I was like, well, is it because I just look too young? Is it because, you know, I couldn't even get girls a year younger than me? And, you know, I believe that I'm mature for my age. I know you guys really don't see that side of me, because you don't really see the real side of me. Well, you do, but you don't see, like, the things I handle in my everyday life and the mature decisions I make regarding money and this and that. And so it's kind of hard to believe that I would be mature. But either way, comparatively to a lot of guys my age, I believe that I am. And, you know, in this video, I don't want to sound narcissistic. I don't want to sound arrogant. I just want to show you guys how I feel, man. I don't know, the feels, basically, because it's a pretty interesting topic. And for a while, I was like, well, maybe I'm not getting girls because I'm overthinking it. Ironically, I'm making this commentary right now, but you know what I mean, is basically like, well, I don't understand exactly what I started doing wrong the second I left 7th grade. You know, nothing really dramatic changed about me. I stayed looking young. I did, and I still do. And, you know, maybe I'll get out of this baby face stage, but I'll have to keep you guys up to date on that. And obviously I look older than I do when I was 13, but I still do not look like a 17-year-old. I don't. I mean, I am, but I do not look like a 17-year-old. And I think that's where my problems lies. Like, I'm not an unattractive guy, but I'm not attractive enough, I want to say. And I really just don't understand why. I don't know. It's interesting. I really have no idea, guys. Well, I think that's the end of this commentary. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to make that like button cry. And if you guys have the feels, if you guys are single for a while, if you guys are being rejected constantly by girls, please let me know. Because trust me, I've tried. It's not like, oh my god, you never go outside. Oh my god, you never try to get girls. Trust me, dude. I have tried and got rejected countless times. So that's not the issue. It's just like, I'll start talking to girls or whatever, and I can get their number, no problem. So it's like, woo, step 1 achieved, quote, quote. Thought that was 70%. And then you start texting them, and they're just like, nah, dude, that guy? That guy, that's fucking hilarious. So, yeah, that would be my thought process on these kind of things. Kind of a longer commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Remember the fact that I love you.